Hi, this is James Glass with James Glass Company, and this video is one of the videos in the 507 7th Street project series. And today's video is going to point out a few substantial structural framing problems in older style homes. This is a Craftsman bungalow, and which was not a very expensive house to begin with. And then of course it was also very badly built. Here's an example right here. Craftsman bungalows typically have like open soffits, and this is a scabbed on tongue and groove material. So it's, if you look right in there, you can see the tongue and groove. And on the other side of this, there's a power line right there. On the other side of this is a 2x8, a very heavy 2x8. And one is about 14 feet and the other one's about 16 feet long. And the only thing holding that 2x8 on is this scabbed 1-inch material on the end. Now this has not been cut, you know, now. Every now and then, about every 6 feet, they scabbed on a board to help tie it into the rafters. But for the most part, and of course, for the most part, just that was barely hanging on. And of course, it's been drooping and sagging, and it probably has been. This house was built in the middle 20s. It's probably been drooping and sagging since the first year of life. Just absolute horrid structure. This is a closet that was standing in here, and you can see everything is just scabbed together. That's where they nailed the lath on. That's not structural, but it's just really shoddy work. And let's go inside. And you can see this is a typical, I'll just get a scan of the roof there. There's a typical dormer on a Craftsman house. And let's go inside and take a look at some of the other really shoddy structural work. That dormer you saw on the outside, this is the inside of it. I'll pan back. It's difficult to tell from the video, but this area of the floor over there has dropped about 5 inches, and it probably did in the first couple years of life. It wasn't due to sagging because of rot, although there was rot in this house. It was because the columns that supported the front of this house, the dormer and the porch, were brick pier columns that were set directly in the earth, in the clay. No footings whatsoever. And here's a load-bearing, an example of some very poor construction load-bearing work, scabbed together work, not very good at all. There's a load-bearing 2x4, just really shoddy. The 12-12 roof here at the top part was collared together with these 2x4s, so they're using 2x4s to hold up all that lath and plaster. We've removed it all. This is the remnants of that. So that should have been at least a 2x6 or a 2x8. And they've just sort of scabbed with 1 or 2 nails down the way the collar ties. That'll all have to be restructured. And in here, that's an example of really bad new construction mistakes. That was when the builders just built it wrong. Now here's an example of a structural problem caused by a tradesman, in this case a plumber. This is the bathroom for the house, and right when the house was new, the plumber came in, dropped his drain lines in, chopped up the joists, chopped this joist completely out, removed it to get the soil stack in. Now this is a new soil stack, it's not the cast iron original, but just chopped it. Absolutely chopped it. So, you know, they always say they don't build houses like they used to, and I say thank God. There was no minimum prescriptive building code back then, because you see all these kind of blaring new construction mistakes, and you wonder why houses didn't sag and get more out of true. This house is very out of true, but it's a miracle it's not worse than it is, given how badly built it was. Okay, I'll take a bunch more videos in this series. I'll photograph and take videos of some of the other mistakes, plus the renovation work we're doing, so you can see how it's properly done, how it's done right. Thank you for watching this video, and like I said, check out more.